Hi Big Tractor Power fans, wheat harvest season is almost here, and in this video I wanted to share with you the entire growing season for winter wheat. This video will take you to a western Kentucky farm and we'll see how the wheat season begins with tillage in the fall, fertilizing, harrowing, seeding, and then we'll see big sprayers working on applying additional fertilizer to the growing crop, as well as herbicides and fungicides to make sure that the winter wheat produces the best yields possible. Then it'll be time for the big combines to be rolling out in the field and harvesting the crop. So I hope that you'll stay tuned through this video to see all this big farm machinery that's involved in raising and harvesting winter wheat. Preparation for raising winter wheat begins on this western Kentucky farm each September following the corn harvest. In this region of the country, winter wheat follows corn in the rotation. This farm utilizes large 34-foot wide Wishek discs equipped with 30-inch blades. These big discs bury the residue from the corn and break up the ground to begin preparing the seed bed. These big discs require a lot of horsepower, and we can see a number of 600 plus horsepower tractors pulling the discs and preparing the ground. With primary tillage completed, a irrigator runs across the field applying fertilizer that will help the winter wheat grow throughout the season. The heavy-duty Wishek discs do a great job in working up the soil and burying the corn residue, but they also leave the surface of the field fairly rough. The farm makes a second tillage pass with 50-foot wide McFarlane harrows to smooth out the surface of the field and firm up the seedbed ahead of the big air drills. This also helps incorporate the fertilizer into the ground. With tillage and fertilizing being completed, it's time to plant the new winter wheat crop. Seeding begins after October 10th each year. This allows any insect pressures to diminish as the fall weather sets in, and the farm utilizes three 60-foot Horsch 460 Panther Air Drills to seed the crop. These big machines can cover hundreds of acres per day, and they're pulled by the same 600 plus horsepower tractors that were used in the primary tillage process back at the beginning of September. Each year in January, the farm returns to the winter wheat fields to spray on nitrogen, which will help give the new crop a boost when it begins growing again in the spring. The farm uses JOHN DEERE R4045 sprayers that are equipped with 1,200-gallon tanks and 120-foot wide booms. Nitrogen does not freeze, and the farm sprays on the fertilizer when the temperature drops below 20 degrees. This freezes the ground and allows the big sprayers to float across the field without leaving any tracks on the crop. By the time that the winter wheat is putting on its heads in late April, the farm will have sprayed the crop 4 times since early January. 2 applications of nitrogen have been applied to the field. Herbicide was applied as well to kill off any weed pressure, and now that the heads are on the plants, a final fungicide pass is made across the field to ensure that the yield will have the best potential. Wheat harvest typically begins in western Kentucky during the first week of June, and the farm hopes that the crop will yield anywhere from 95 to 100 bushels per acre. This farm utilizes 7 Class 9 400 bushel John Deere S790 combines equipped with 45-foot wide draper heads to harvest the crop. 4 1,000 bushel grain carts help keep the 7 combines rolling across the farm's 11,000 acres of wheat nonstop. It's important to harvest the crop in a timely manner to stay ahead of summer thunderstorms that can diminish the yield harvested, and also because the farm plants a second crop of soybeans right behind the combines, it's important to clear off the wheat as quickly as possible. As the big combines are harvesting the wheat, the farm returns to the field with the big 60-foot Horsch Panther 460 air drills. This time, they are seeding a second crop of soybeans. The drills no-till the soybean seeds into the soil, and the farm utilizes the wheat stubble and the straw spread out behind the combines as a mulch to hold moisture in the soil. The soybeans are being planted in the heat of the summer, and they need every bit of moisture preserved in the soil to help them grow till the time that they're harvested in October. Also, the fertilizer that was spread in the fall and sprayed over the growing crop is still in the soil and will help boost the soybeans as they grow during the summer season. I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time on this Western Kentucky farm, seeing the different steps that go into raising a winter wheat crop. It's always exciting to see these big machines, but it's always interesting to see how they work together throughout an entire season. If you would like to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.